Welcome to Fast Cars, Fast Girls. We are your IndyCar experience.
Stop.
All right. Well,
It's episode 29. I wrote it down so
all right.
I wouldn't forget. It's the race report. Oh boy, Portland.
Portland. Oh my God.
Oh my God. I mean,
It was the longest I have been radio silent in a lot of text message threads for a long time because I was at work. I had set up my day to the day before. I
mhm.
thought I was going to get all the same patients back. Set up my day. I was like, beautiful. This is going to be great. I'm going to have a nice little lull. I'm going to get my shit done early so I can watch this race in an empty room with minimal interruptions.
Right.
And that's not how my day went. So all of
No.
a sudden, I it's an hour into the race. I haven't started, and I realize that I can't text anybody.
Yeah.
I can't open a text. Actually, another nurse asked me, "Do you need anything?" And I'm like, "Yeah, can you do me a favor and open this text message and tell them that I can't respond?"
I can't look at it right now.
I can't. I'll respond later. Because, I mean, I looked down at one point, I had like 57 texts, and I'm like, I don't know what's happening in this race, but it's got to be insane.
You're like, dear God.
Oh,
I mean, it hurt me physically because I was like, I, I, I couldn't. I couldn't text you, and so I just started to write little notes.
I know. And then you said something, you're like, I want to text you. I'm like, send me an email. I'll read it later.
I know. No.
I will say my favorite part of our text messages to one another, because I did text you and I was like, I'm radio silent. I can't watch the race.
Right.
Da da da. And then a few times I asked you about various threads, and I was like, "Is it safe for me to open this?"
No.
Well, I was like, "Nope." But then I was like, "Okay, I'm heading home." I said, "I'm gonna get wine. Do I need a little wine or a lot of wine?" And Molly responds back, "A lot." And I was like, "Cool." And then she sends, "No, like a lot, in
Like
all capitals,
all of the wine.
all of the wine."
All of the wine.
And I believe that I texted you at some point that evening and just said a box was not enough.
I mean, it just to get through like the first 16 laps.
Ugh.
And then like the whole thing with Dixon too, but like the first 16 laps I was like, I don't know what just happened.
I mean,
Everybody took stupid pills.
Again,
Lap 1.
you're not going to win it on lap one.
I mean, Hinch's thing when he was like, it's lap 1, like the most frustrated, like disgusted father type, like
Oh,
it's lap 1, and I was like, oof, I felt that in my soul, Hinch.
yeah. He's not mad anymore. He's just disappointed.
Yeah, he's become the new dad.
He really has. I
He's-
mean, and what horrible luck for him.
God.
I mean, both aero cars in lap one.
Yeah, and then
Connor Daly.
Why you gotta
Ah.
take Connor out? Why?
He was
What?
why
Why? This was basically an audition. You just took him out
on lap one.
on lap 1. I hope you're happy.
He did so awesome in qualifying.
Right? He had a good shot. It was great, and
Ugh.
then
And for a guy who had never spent any time on that track, either in
Mhm.
person or in a sim, he whittled down from being one of the slowest guys to being just,
just to scotch off.
a fraction behind Hinch, which is awesome.
Yeah.
All right, well, let's run through
Oh boy.
the official last to back to front. So, lap one, turn one again, and I'll tell you what, it's a good thing we weren't on pit lane because we still would have gotten thrown off because it would have been a repeat of last year, only even more intense.
I mean, if it wasn't that one, the one on lap 14, I was like, this is where I lose my creds if I was there.
Yeah,
Like, I would have out the trailer.
yeah, that's
I
where
just-
you'd be marching down to a pit box ready to fight.
Ed Carpenter would be like, wait a minute, I'm going to take some notes.
Yeah, no, you would have come straight out the
I'm
trailer.
so mad. We'll get to that in a minute.
We will.
Oh, boy.
All right. So lap one, turn one, caution.
Uh-huh. Yeah.
11 laps long
Mm-hmm.
for contact.
Yes.
So
Oh.
last place, the cause of this crash,
Yes.
Graham Rahal,
Who got a stop and hold for it, by the way.
which
It didn't say how long like it did for the other one. I want to know how long the stop and hold was for.
interesting. I do too.
It should be like 20 seconds per car you take out.
I mean, yeah.
Yeah, you're going to have to just sit there Think about what you did. Watch all the other cars go around.
I mean, it's the only way they're
Actually,
gonna
it
learn.
didn't even matter, did it? Because he was out. Why am I saying that?
Well, that must be why they haven't decided because they're gonna do it for the next race.
Ooh, shit's gonna get
I
sneaky.
enjoy penalty taking over for the next race, or I don't know, maybe they're gonna fine him.
Well, these are the official results.
Yeah, that's true, but they can still change their minds anytime they want,
I know. It's race control.
right?
There are no rules.
There are no rules.
There really aren't, though.
Yeah, they just make up the rules. It's like the most serious game of Whose Line Is It Anyway?
Exactly.
The rules are made up and the points don't matter.
Oh, so Graham
Graham.
decided, I don't know. I've watched and watched and watched. He got out. He bunched.
He did. He just tried to create a hole where there was no place to go. And I don't know how if he thought he was Moses and he was going to part the sea.
Yeah, maybe.
I don't recall him having a rod or a staff in the car with him.
I don't remember that part of the Bible. But I don't think Graham's name was mentioned next to Moses. So.
I don't think it was.
No, nor Billy Joel's.
Nope, neither one of them. But yeah, like he knows better. I will say that Graham did fully accept responsibility and apologize and all that, and that is a very respectable thing to do.
Although, as we said, and I'll say it, I'll stick it out there for both of the drivers who took responsibility. Who else were you thinking you were gonna fault though?
Yeah.
Like, I'm glad that they took responsibility, but at the same time, you're like, yeah, and who else's fault would it have even been?
Yeah, it's like, did you take responsibility because it's the right thing to do, or because there was literally nobody else to blame?
Had there been anybody else that could have gotten one iota of blame, he would have given it.
Right, or a track condition that could have,
or I don't know, he sneezed and the car, I don't know, sneezed.
Yeah.
Anything, but gosh darn it, lap 1, turn 1. Can we, guys?
Can we not?
You're not going to win the race.
Not on lap 1.
No.
Not on lap 1. And I
there should be
I'm over it.
There should be an extra penalty for that. Just you know what? Avoidable contact. Also, you stupid.
Yeah, get your shit together.
That should be a penalty. Race control. Add that.
Yeah.
And just stupid.
I mean, I enjoy stupid text.
I think that's what we're calling it.
I think that's the only thing you can call it.
Yeah, let's tell Ari next time we see him.
Right. Hey, we've got an idea for a penalty.
Look, tell us what you think. I feel like Ari would appreciate it.
He would at least laugh.
He would at least laugh. That's true.
He would.
He'd have been I mean, we can't, but I like it.
Right. He'd be like, well, actually, we have one that we call that off the books.
He's like, wink, wink. So, yeah, Graham.
I'm so tired of races starting on a fucking yellow. I mean, they start on a green and then it's quickly ruined.
But yeah, it's a yellow for all intents and purposes.
I mean, again, it's like Pocono, where I'm like, it's not the track's fault. This is why we can't have nice things.
This is exactly why we can't have nice things.
Because
the track at Portland is a great condition.
Oh my gosh, 2 years in a row, not a stitch of rain.
Perfect weather.
Beautiful. It was actually even warmer out this year.
I know. I was like, dang.
Although it was perfect when we were there.
Yeah. I'm just hoping that it stays that way when I go back out in November.
Yeah, it should be.
I'm going to a casino.
You're what now?
I said I'm going to a casino. I'm going to take the rental car and go to a woods somewhere.
Nice.
Just disappear. It's fine. I'll come back.
I mean, live your life.
I got a flight back. I probably should take it.
Well,
So.
But yeah, so Graham.
He got up into Veach, and then Veach hooked.
Veach basically ended up being a missile.
Shot from Graham.
Yes. That then tagged and collected, between the two of them, tagged and collected multiple other cars.
Yes.
So, yeah.
Daly and Hinch were out. At the same time, I think a few other people got poked, but Joey New, Bourdais, one of the Foyt cars, I still can't tell. Ed Jones and Sato all did the cut through, but I think Sato
took out the foam barriers.
Yeah, I was gonna say Sato took out the foam barriers. He had damage because as we were watching, my mom, God bless her, because they. I was watching it at their house and we rewatched it because Dad wanted to see it. Mom goes, "Are they putting tape on the car?
Yeah, that's.
And I was like, apparently they are. And
honestly, that was one of the texts I sent to you. Since you sent me the
Yeah.
email, because I knew it was late, so I knew you were in bed anyway.
yeah, it's on Do Not Disturb.
Right. And so, yeah, I was like, that was one of my texts. I'm like,
Tape.
how are they allowing Sato to race with a side pod that is literally held together with duct tape?
Duct tape. Black duct tape. I mean, maybe it's racing duct tape, but duct tape nonetheless. And also, Simon got spun.
Yeah, he did. He got bumped by Max Chilton.
Yep.
So was able to spin himself back around.
Oh my god.
But yeah, as soon as I saw that, I was like, oh, I'm going to lose it.
I know. I was like, if Simon's out, I can't. I'm just going to turn off the TV. Go for a long, long walk and think about my life.
I mean, yeah.
Only because I was not ready to explain both to you and my father what had happened to Simon.
No, I'm sure not.
Mm-mm.
It would have just been angry texting from both of us.
Yeah.
Let's see. Let's read your quote.
Oh God.
And then all caps. Fucking lap 1, turn 1. God damn it, guys.
This is gonna be dangerous. I don't think we need to read all of my quotes.
We will not read all of them.
Because some of them do not end well for me.
Yeah, no. I won't read all of them.
I believe I also said, how the F are these drivers so boneheaded?
You did. I started with for fuck's sake.
Mm-hmm.
Or for the love of fuck. Yeah.
And then I was like, what is the penalty for cutting the chicane? And then I was like, I wonder if because they were avoiding an accident, it doesn't count.
Ah.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
It does make sense.
It makes a lot of sense. But yeah. Daly ended up hooked into Rahal's car, done for the race.
Done for the race.
Veach tapped into a hinge clip, done for the race.
Yep.
Rahal was out. Veach was out. Just
Hinch was out.
beyond disappointing.
Oh God, Sato was so many laps behind for a while because they kept trying to fix his car.
Yeah, he was like 3 or 4 laps behind for most of the race. Then he got a lap back. He ended up finishing, I think, 2 behind.
Yeah, he did get a penalty for service in a closed pit.
Oh.
Yeah, because they went around, and so obviously his car was not faring well.
Not roadworthy?
Not roadworthy, so while the pits were closed on that yellow, they started working on it.
Which I'm always torn about whether or not that should really be a penalty. Like, if your car's not roadworthy, I feel like it's safer for you to come in than for you to continue driving with...
I have had the same argument. I think there should be like an exception, but then you're like, God, I'm just imagine writing it out.
Well, and there's so many things that maybe could be wrong with the car that you can't see visibly, that you can't prove.
Mm-hmm.
And so I'm sure people would take advantage of it, and that's why there's not an exception.
Right.
But, yeah, just seems...
I know.
Yeah.
I get it.
Seems silly. But so it goes. Yeah, so he got a restart at the back of the field for that.
He did. Also, I meant to ask you something, because, we got asked about this.
Oh.
They closed the pits. Now, whose car was it that they were towing back? Oh, that's Ferrucci's car, isn't it?
It is.
Well, never mind. We can discuss that in a moment.
We'll get to that later. We can get to that a little bit. Oh, all right. So that takes us up to 20th place. So it was Rahal, 23rd, Veach, 22nd, Daly, 21st, Hinch, 20th.
So they restarted, lap 13. We
Yep.
got one lap in,
Mm-hmm.
because when I was watching this and they restarted, my mom had left, and I was like, no, you're going to want to come back. She was like, are you kidding? The first lap? And I was like, well,
we don't have a good track record.
Just wait. So they got one clean lap. And then, for some inexplicable reason, Ryan Hunter-Ray decided what I'm going to do with 2 races left to go is be a dick to my teammate.
Who's in championship contention.
Who's in, championship. And at this point...
in the top 3.
Could make it.
And both the guys he's fighting against started way further back in the field.
Back in the field.
So, it could be a really great day for Rossi.
We can make up some points here. Let's go. But no. I'm going to be a dick. I'm going to aggressively block him.
Yeah, I'm going to try to run him off the track.
I mean, he was every which way but loose. And then all of a sudden, he forgot to look. I think he forgot to look ahead of the car.
Yeah. Yeah, he forgot that it wasn't just him and Rossi on the track.
And like there was a turn coming up, because what's interesting about rewatching it is you can suddenly tell when Rossi hits the brake zone and he's like, screech, brake zone. And RHR
Just
did
charging
not
forward.
charge forward right into Jack Harvey.
Ugh.
And like launched that car over the chicane.
Launched it.
And I was actually listening to Harvey's radio at the time, and like all of a sudden you just hear this, Ryan came out of fucking nowhere. And I was like, he did, yes. Also, where were Ryan's spotters at the time? Where was somebody going, bro.
Car on the outside.
Like, you better put on your damn brakes. No.
Oh, I'm sure Harvey's radio was
It was
lit.
priceless. Priceless the amount of times they were like, what was he doing? Like, nobody could figure it out.
No, I'm sure nobody could verbalize. They were just all
They
like,
all were like, what
in the
happened?
actual fuck?
What did he do?
Which is beyond disappointing, because Harvey started 4th.
Yeah. I mean,
Isn't that his best career start?
He was 3rd at GP.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
But I mean,
Or no, he finished 3rd at GP.
I thought he started.
Did he start 3rd as
he
well?
He started
okay.
3rd or 4th too. He started right around this area.
But still very close though.
But like great, second top, Fast 6. That's what they were working on this season, and then just
lap 16.
A boneheaded move by a veteran who should have known better.
A veteran who does know better.
A veteran who does know better. And 2 things. First of all, we are all here for that sarcastic.
Oh,
damn clap. Like,
my.
That needs to be a GIF. Dear millennials.
Make that a GIF.
Make it a gift and send it to me. I need it.
I'm like, I am here for Jack giving. I'm here for Jack giving the sarcastic clap. Like, just and I'm
like, flipped up the visor, looking right at him, just dead eyes.
Yeah, straight eye contact. Well fucking done.
Feel like a big man, do we?
You proud of yourself? This where you want to be when Jesus comes back? Fucking A.
Also,
I mean, the entire everybody associated with Aerosmith Peterson out
at this point. As a follow-up, Michael was like, well, RHR apologized and he knows what he did. And I was like,
Michael Andretti.
Yeah, he said RHR apologized and he knows what he did when they were talking to him about it.
Yeah.
And they kind of asked him, like, well, were you okay with it? And it seemed like Michael was not okay with RHR's actions against his own teammate.
No.
I mean,
no, when he was like, he apologized and he knows what he did, that sounds like there's been punishment coming down the... Like, he already was like, yeah, we're going to have a fucking discussion about this.
It will not be a good day in the DHL trailer.
No. I mean, it was not smart.
It was not smart. Like, dude, like, that's, at the end of the day, that's what really disappoints me about both moves by Ryan Hunter-Reay and Ray Hall, is that you guys know better.
You're smarter than that.
You weren't thinking.
You were, you were treating it like you're the only car out there, and
you can't do it that way.
No.
And you're veterans of the sport. Be better.
Be better. Your fellow drivers need to trust you.
Yeah. Again, it's a whole thing.
It's a whole thing. Yeah. Harvey, there was, I think, only like one quote from him, because he really didn't talk to any media afterwards, which as soon as I realized that nobody was getting an interview with Harvey, I was like, oh, he is livid. Yeah. Livid. I mean, with every right to be, but it's like, he's a very jovial guy. And I feel like it takes a lot for him to get to the point that he can't reel it in. I
feel like Ryan Hunter-Reay just running the fuck into you for no good apparent reason probably would do it.
Yeah, no, it definitely did it.
Ruining what was probably going to be a top 5 finish.
Easily.
Yeah.
Easily.
Yeah.
His car was...
He had a great car. They got the speed, what they needed. Yeah, no.
So, yeah, I found that very interesting. I'm like, ooh, damn, Jack's not talking to anybody.
Ooh, that's never a good sign.
No, I'm like, ooh, he is pissed.
Yeah, so...
Fucking RHR.
So he got a stop and hold for 30 seconds for that. 30 seconds.
Good.
I know. So yeah, Harvey finished 19th, and Ryan Hunter Ray 24 laps down because they did get the car
Back out.
finished 18th.
Ugh. And then we had a pretty good, so that was our second yellow,
Yeah.
lap 14 to 16. And then we had a pretty good stretch of green flag laps.
We did. Yeah, I think
yeah.
up until.
Right. Well, I say we had we had good lead changes throughout that.
So what was interesting was they had talked about this during practice, and quals were like the Reds did not last.
No.
Like they were falling off. And so Herta was on Reds. He started the stint off on Reds, and they tried to make it a longer stint, and the tires fell off, and within a lap, Dixon, Power, Rossi, and Rosenquist passed him.
Yeah.
And I was like, ooh.
And Herta wanted
damn.
to come in, and his team, they were like, just hold on to it, buddy. Just
keep
hold on to
on.
it. And they should have let him come in when he wanted to come in.
They should have.
They screwed themselves out of 5 positions on that call.
They really did.
Yeah.
I mean, because of attrition, he got a spot back or so, but like, no, you should have brought him in. He was getting killed.
He was.
Like,
it was painful to watch.
It really was. He was like, can I come in? And they were like, no.
Nope, just hang on to it. Just a couple more laps. And he's like, I don't have... And you could see his car just snapping back and forth.
Mm-hmm. It was rough.
Yeah.
Yeah, they should have.
Reminded me of our hot lap ride with Larry Foyt.
No, whenever they showed that backstretch, I was like, oh, there's where I thought we died. Oh, I thought we died here.
Yeah, there's like 3 spots that I was like, this is it.
This is it. This is where Jesus takes me.
This is where it ends.
I mean, it's fine. It's at a racetrack.
How the book of my life ends. All right. Last chapter.
The hot lap ride with Larry Foyt. The epilogue.
But yeah, a lot of so Dixon passes him, so then Dixon held the lead. For quite some time. There was, a little bit of cycling with pit cycles and things.
Yeah.
Herta held it up until lap 37, then Dixon till lap 41, then Rosenquist for just 1 lap, and then Bourdais for a couple laps. Lap 45, Dixon took it back.
Yeah, Dixon didn't keep that lead much longer.
He did not.
No. God bless him. They brought him into the pits.
They brought him in the pits, and then they took it behind the wall. Or no, they didn't.
No, they just had to replace the battery.
That's right. Yeah, they brought it in.
Like, they went it, they started, and it was like, shoo. And they were all like, what?
Yeah, battery dead.
Battery died. You gotta have to jump it. Red on red.
Right.
I just wanted somebody to like run out there with like a jump starting, like a spare battery, and they're just... Rosenquist's car just pulls up next to it, just
pulls up facing it nose to nose. I know that's not where the engines are, but
it just is funnier this way.
It is.
Just let me have this moment. My favorite was they interviewed Mike Hall, and he was just
that
like,
was amazing. He
like,
was so just displeased.
Mike Hall, and they're like, well, what happened? And he was like, it just died.
It failed. They were like, is there anything? Do you think? Well, he's like, no. Before they even finished the question, he's like, no. We have no idea. No, it just failed.
At that point, he was eating his hat. He was so mad.
Oh my gosh. And then they asked another question. Like, his body language and his words were very clear that he was done talking.
He was not going to answer your second question.
Like, he was not having a great day, and he's like, it just failed. Like, I don't have any answers for you.
It's a damn battery, and the battery failed. And he was like, it shouldn't have, because it's all new shit.
And yeah, so then they said, is it an older battery? Is it a mileage thing?
Nope.
And he was like, no, it has very low mileage. It just decided to leave us. And so that actually was my favorite part. It just decided to leave us. So we replaced it.
I'm going to start to use that when somebody does something and like, no, they just decided to leave us.
Just decided to leave us.
I'm going to start to use that at work, I think.
I enjoyed that so much. Oh, God, I'll tell you what's ironic is that right before that happened, I was about to text you and say, damn it, I shouldn't have traded Dixon because they're showing the points as they run. And I'm like, holy shit. He's actually going to have a chance at winning the championship. What in the actual fuck is happening? And then that happened. And I was literally typing it out.
You're like, oh no, backspace.
And then I'm like, oh wait, he's in the pit. What is?
Oh,
delete. I stand by my choices.
Yes.
So fickle.
I mean, at that point, I started drinking again because I was
Oh.
like, what is this track doing?
This has been such an unlucky season for Scott Dixon.
It really has.
A bizarrely unlucky season.
Yeah, like the most random of lucks.
Yes. Last week at Gateway, the shrapnel.
Yes.
This week, a battery.
Which I love telling people about the shrapnel because they just go, what? And I'm like, yeah. Fun fact. And they're like, couldn't. And I was like, don't think too long about it. You'll start to think of things, but this is what happened.
Yeah. No, just wild.
Just shoop.
Just wild.
No, we skipped over the second yellow. We kind of went wonky. Or the third yellow.
We did. Well, I hadn't gotten quite there yet. I was going to say, so then Dixon lost the lead. Willpower took it over at lap 52.
Mm-hmm.
Rosenquist had the lead for 2 laps, starting on lap 73, and then Willpower took it back, lap 75.
Yeah. And
then we had our third yellow.
For probably the most bizarre yellow.
Yeah. Ferrucci had a dead stick.
Yeah, his car just went, nope.
Nope, no thank you.
No thank you, I'm done.
So yeah, lap 98.
Front stretch.
Yeah, on the front stretch, it looked like he was going to try and steer it into pit lane, but he did not have the ability.
The car just literally went,
nope.
We out.
Done.
I don't know what the technical term is, but I'm pretty sure it just went,
taking my ball and I'm going home.
Just, they were like, can you recycle it? Or, do the whole cycle through, and he was like, no.
Yeah, he's like, nope.
Nope, can't do anything. And like the radio, they were like, yeah, we got nothing. And I was like, it's dead. The car is dead. What is he supposed to do? It's dead.
Right.
So there we went under yellow again.
Oh, that's where the picture comes into play.
That's the picture. I couldn't quite remember who was up on the hook.
So somebody had asked on the internet, or they had said that they don't understand why the pits are closed on a yellow.
Yes.
So for anybody who doesn't know, the pits are closed on a yellow to speed up AMR response time. If pits are open on a yellow, they have to wait until they can come out for safety reasons.
Yes.
Because you don't want your AMR vehicles getting hit with people trying to dive into the pits, etc.
Yes.
Or people trying to race
into pit, because if it's open, you want to pit under yellow.
Yeah. And so everybody trying to get over, blah, blah. It can lead to some dumbass mistakes.
It really can.
And especially if they have to wait an entire lap for that, your longer circuits like Road America under yellow, that's a long amount of time. And so, what the AMR people always say is, I mean, we can leave the pits open, but do you want to be the one who's sitting in your car for 3 minutes until, if it's on fire, until we can get to you?
Mm-hmm.
And then the drivers are always like, no, as a matter of fact, we
don't.
You
know what? We get it. Yeah.
We get it. But so anyhow, so that's the reason why. So if anybody doesn't know, that's the reason why. So we had responded on the internet, and I said, AMR, blah, blah. And I said, sometimes they drive backwards down pit lane.
Yeah.
Now,
it doesn't happen every friggin' race.
It doesn't. And, somebody said that they've, shot like 500 races, and they've never seen them drive backwards down pit lane. Okay, maybe they don't drive backwards per se, but they do use pit out going the wrong direction to get cars, and they exit through pit in sometimes.
Absolutely.
And I took a picture of it during this race as they were entering pit out
and
going around it
the
wrong way. Like, did they go on pit lane? No, but they used pit out and went the wrong direction.
It's just safer to keep it closed, and I think that race control kind of, all right, where's the accident, where's the AMR, responding from, okay, and then they open up the pits. But they also use the pits during this race to reorder the cars.
They do.
They were like, cars, whatever.
But like the first yellow, all the people that cut through the chicane had to be reordered.
Yeah. I mean, a couple of yellows they had to reorder because I think it was this one because lapped traffic. Yeah. They wanted to get lap traffic out of the way because obviously,
Well, and we were near the end of the race.
Yeah, they were like, well, shit's about to pop off. Let's get the lap traffic out.
Get them to the back.
I agree. I think that's how it should do.
Yeah, I mean, I think that's, especially when it's that late in the race, they have a yellow. I think that's absolutely the right call.
Yeah, but they have to use pit lane for that. So there are multiple reasons why they keep pit lane closed. They do open it back up.
They do. And they open it up as quick as they can.
It just all depends. Where is the accident? Who's responding? Where will they need to go? Like, it's a whole thing, everyone.
It's a whole thing. And I'll tell you what, if your safety team gets hit by a car, you're really fucked.
Yeah. I mean, ain't nobody safe now.
No. Yeah. Who's going to respond?
I'm not.
I mean, I would.
I just need to get Reese
until more professionals show up.
Just
fade away.
Fade away. Dip on out.
So yeah. So anyhow, in case anybody wondered, that's why.
Just wanted that we had a real life example.
And it did happen this race that they drove into the exit of pit out.
Hmm. I don't think they make it a habit of just going like wee and taking some joy rides, but
But it
calm
did
down.
in fact happen. So.
Did.
But yeah, Ferrucci finished 17th. First time that he has because he didn't get back out.
No.
That's the first DNF that he's had all season.
Yeah, they were talking that he's like finished more laps than other. I don't know. It was
He's finished more laps than any other rookie, and
Yeah.
he's actually finished more laps than
like some.
I think than most of the drivers.
Yeah, I was gonna say like I don't know the stat, but it was real interesting when they said it.
I think he's second to Simon Pagenaud
I remember them saying
laps finished.
Simon, so I think it must have been Pat. Yeah.
Yeah.
Which that's an interesting fact.
It is, or maybe Pagenaud's second to him. Anyhow,
I
either
don't know,
way,
one of the two.
But yeah, very impressive, especially for his rookie year.
Yeah.
Also, they definitely focused on Colton Herta this weekend, so I hope all of the Ferrucci haters are appeased.
Thank you. I think I take the same thing. Like, you know what they're not doing?
They're not talking about Ferrucci every second, which, I mean, I get it. I want them to mix it up a little bit too, but I'm not hateful about it. I
Right.
like the kid.
I'm not like making it my life goal to obsess over it.
Nope.
Because, I have other drivers I can hate.
Yeah, I got bigger fish to
Look,
fry.
I got other people to yell at me.
Right? There's plenty of other people for me to be displeased with.
Yeah.
Plenty. But yeah, so finishing 16th, Scott Dixon, ruining his championship contentions.
Yep.
Yep, they're obliterated now.
He's still fourth, but
a ways back.
He's back. No.
Finishing 15th, Sato. He got back out after they duct taped that side pod.
Yeah, after they used some duct tape, slapped it on there.
They were in the back of the field, and that's where he finished.
That's where he went.
As far as the running cars.
Yeah. Finishing 14th at Jones.
Oh, actually, I guess Dixon did get back out.
Yeah, he did. I'm
He
sorry.
did get back out,
but
yep.
he had to, there's a longer time in the pit, too.
A lot longer.
And it was under a green.
Yeah, so
while Sato's was under the yellow.
Correct.
Yeah.
And then 14th
at
Jones. He just didn't have a great race.
Yeah, it was just I think he was part of the group that had to go through the chicane, and so at that point in a yellow, you're not going to feed out where you were. You're going to feed out at the end of the line of cars. So
yeah, it sucks.
Just not a great race for him.
No, it wasn't. And there was a lot of talk about Spencer Pigot and how he, only had the 1-year contract.
Yeah.
And so he's, out there trying to prove himself. But I don't recall if Ed Jones was a 1-year or a 2-year.
I always feel like the road course buddy is a 1-year.
Yeah.
And I don't have any here's
objective
the proof,
data, yeah.
But it's more like I just somehow I always have this feeling like it's the road course buddy. It's a 1-year.
Yeah, I feel like that too. But there's been no talk of it. Maybe just since it's not a full-time ride.
Yeah, maybe that's it.
But
they're
yeah.
It's whoever keeps the seat warm for Ed Carpenter.
Right. Yeah.
Let's be real.
But yeah, I'm disappointed.
Well, and he also qualified 23rd.
He
had a shit qualifying.
It was not his best weekend.
No. Oh, Ed Jones, what happened, buddy?
Yeah. What is you doing?
What is you doing? Oh, no, Ed, baby, what is you doing? Oh, it's bad.
It's too bad. I really enjoy Ed.
I do too.
Even if he does act like he doesn't recognize us on pit road.
He does only when we're right up in front of him. But if we yell at him, he does not.
That was the funniest. I yelled at him. I was like, Ed, what's up? And he turned and was like, oh, hey, sees us. And he was headed to the bathroom. And then on his way back, he came back an entirely different way. So, he went out of his way to avoid walking by us.
You intimidate the introverts. We have discussed this.
I know, but I felt like we were past that with Ed.
No, he is too introverted. That whole team is too introverted for you.
I know. I feel like Lenny in Of Mice and Men. Ed Carpenter is a mouse in my hand, and I just don't know my own strength.
Stop it.
That's how I feel around people that are that introverted. I just want to love you.
Just let me love you.
Oh, but it's too much.
It is too much.
Oh, I try to reel it in. All I was saying was, hey, that was it. I wasn't even going to talk to him if he came back by.
I know.
But
too much.
Too much.
I
know. Well, starting 16th, finishing 13th, Marco Andretti.
I will say this about Marco. He was a good teammate.
Yes, he
was. He was getting in some scraps with Joseph Newgarden. He was but not stupid, by the way.
No, but
in fact,
trying to slow him up.
I wrote on my notes, Marco is acting like a driver, parentheses, and teammate. So, not a bad race. I mean, I wish he would have actually finished a little higher because he was showing some moxie out there.
He was, and he's finished in the top 10 the last couple races.
Yeah.
And he was doing well, so it just kind of, just kind of fell apart from him, or for him. But no, he had a lot of good moves.
He really did.
Starting 19th, finishing 12th, Tony Kanaan, who took advantage of the restarts in a good way.
Yes.
And made some good moves and passes.
Yeah, I mean, not a bad
race for him.
Not a bad race for him. Starting 20th, finishing 11th, Max Chilton.
Also, not a bad race for him.
Except when he tagged Simon.
When he tagged Simon.
And I was like, oh god.
I know, and I was like, damn it, Max, I really like you, but you have to. I mean, it's not his fault. Like,
no, it wasn't, but still.
Yeah. You know what it reminded me of, which I actually just watched this week, and if anybody needs a good chuckle, just go on YouTube and the Grand Prix standing start.
Oh my god.
Where it's like, because it just reached the point where like nobody could see anything.
It was just a cluster.
Yeah.
And our former mayor got hurt.
God. But yeah, it kind of reminded me of that, where I was like, it's not really Max's fault. Like, it was happening.
It was like a whole thing, but
I was like, damn it, Max.
But still, damn it, Max.
Damn it, Max. Luckily, they both actually were pretty unscathed from that.
Yeah.
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 Pagano came in, switched out the tires.
But yeah.
But yeah.
I mean, after a spin, you're going to have to.
Yeah.
Although he waited a minute or two.
He did.
Yeah, because when I went back and rewatched it, Dad was like, why are they not bringing Simon in? And I was like, calm down. They know what they're doing.
They're gathering data.
Excuse me. Are you questioning Simon's team? And he was just like, maybe I am. So Kyle Moyer, chicks available.
Yeah, as a consultant.
I mean, I'm going to go ahead and tell everybody, don't hire my mom, because if you all remember from last year's Grand Prix of Alabama, she said, and I quote, why do they even put on rain tires when it's wet? Why can't they just go out there in the regular tires? I love her to death, but I was like, no.
You're like, because this isn't a boat race, Teresa.
I was like, no, they have no grooves. And she was like, now y'all know why I am the way
Teresa,
I am.
you ever walked on the ice in heels?
Probably not. Yeah, maybe. Who knows?
I'm like, that's what it feels like.
She was just like,
they're fine.
They're fine.
Well, I guess they can't get going that fast then, can they? Like,
Teresa's mind was like, I mean, they'll adapt.
Right?
You're going to learn.
They'll figure it out. Oh. I feel like Max probably had a better race than we saw. This is another race. They showed some of the mid-pack stuff, but like there was so much happening in the front
pack. Yeah, I know. I was like,
Again, I was glad that it was not a race where somebody just ran away.
Yeah. Although I will say, after that last lead change on lap 75, there wasn't a lot of changes.
There were not.
And so I almost think, like, I mean, after about lap 75, I mean, the Ferrucci thing happened. I was like, you're fine. It's cool.
It's fine. Yeah.
It's fine.
Well, and since you told me a lot of wine, like I just, after, the Aero cars and then Jack, I was like, okay, that's got to be about it.
Yeah.
And then the Dixon thing happened, and then I was like, shit, you know what? She said a lot. And so I almost like the rest of the race, I was kind of waiting for the other shoe to drop.
Yeah, I know.
Thinking that something else.
But see, you also feel that way watching that race. You're like,
Yeah.
We've already had so many clusters. What else is going to happen? I can't handle this.
What is going to go on?
Yeah.
So, but yeah. Well, starting 22nd, rounding out the top 10,
Mm-hmm.
by the way.
On the lead lap.
Yep. Last car to finish on the lead lap, Charlie Kimball had another good race weekend.
Which there was at one point, I think it was lap 1 of the first restart, he dipped his wheels off. So he picked up dust, and I was like, God damn it, Charlie, no. No, I started just yelling no at the TV because I was like, no, this is going to happen. And he kept it, and I was like, oh, thank God. And then
I know, because I'm like, I don't want to hear.
Ryan Hunter Ray happened.
But yeah, no, when Charlie, when he dipped it, I know. In my head, I'm just like, I just don't want to hear about how disappointed Jackson was. It'll break my little heart.
I know. No.
No, Charlie, finish. Please
I'll have
finish
to send
well.
him money.
You've got the cutest fan ever.
I don't have that money, but I'd have to send it to him.
Right.
Go buy yourself some candy. I'm sorry.
I'm sorry. Oh, but yeah, good race for Charlie.
Hey, great race.
He's had a good season.
He has had a good season
Yeah.
though, and he's on the road course for. I didn't think that this was on his original schedule of races for Carlin, so they pulled this together.
Oh.
I don't know. It wasn't because it was just. No, I think it was just really Pocono and then maybe Laguna.
Yeah, that's right.
I think this was like a whole thing.
Yeah. Yeah, because this was probably one of the ones that Pato was going to do, or
Who knows?
yeah. There's been a lot of movement within that team.
Good Lord, it's becoming the new Dale Coyne.
I know. Oh. But yeah.
Speaking of Dale Coyne.
Speaking of Dale Coyne, starting 12th, finishing 9th, Sebastian Bourdais. Obviously I picked him to win. I thought.
I thought he'd have a better race.
I did too.
I did see it. Just.
He just didn't seem to have the speed.
Yeah, I mean, also,
he was fine. You
he
know,
was fine,
he just didn't have the speed to really get up and make a lot of moves.
and like he qualified 12th, and I was like, felt to do better than that too.
Right? Yeah. Well, and it's interesting because so many guys moved so much, and it's like he started 12th, finished 9th. Like Kimball moved up 12 spots. Some of that's attrition.
I was like,
But still, if you take attrition out for Bourdais, he actually went back.
Yeah. I mean, it's 7 spots by attrition, and somehow that math just don't add up.
No.
No.
But yeah, very interesting. I'll tell you what was another surprising finisher is our 8th place finisher who started 21st.
I was not. No.
No, when the final results came out, I was like, how did I miss that?
Right? Like, wait, what?
Well, first off, it's just so hard to tell those cars apart.
Well, that's the big thing. That's why my notes just said Foyt car. I don't know which Foyt car.
I know, and I get it that, Foyt does that, Aero Schmidt-Peterson does that, like that you want your cars to look alike. I fucking hate it.
Well, it won't happen next year because ABC is no longer a sponsor for Foyt. So
I know.
We will touch on that next episode because that's just a whole thing.
It is a whole thing.
That and the calendar.
Yeah.
Well, next time we'll have time.
Yeah, we'll touch on it next time. We'll give you guys some time to mull about it. Think some
we got to mull about it. Shit like that.
Yep. So yeah, somebody already asked which ones we're going to, and I was like, well, I'm like, St. Pete.
Yep.
Indy times 2.
The boat. St. Pete is the boat.
The boat, yes. Yeah. Boats and hose.
Boats and hose.
Hashtag boats and hose 2020.
Coda is screwing us now.
Coda is screwing us. But yeah, I was like, the only guaranteed ones are St. Pete, Indy times 2, Road America, Mid-Ohio, and
Gateway. Yeah.
I'm like, those you can always bet money on.
Always.
We will never miss those.
We got to just figure everything else out.
Yeah, so that's why we'll talk about the schedule next time because we got to figure out our lives because where they moved Coda, I mean, I'm going to have to promise somebody a child to get that many weekends off in a row at work.
I mean, because I was like,
to God.
Seriously, right before May. Right before May?
Like, I need that weekend to leverage to trade with people.
I know. I mean, I don't have to trade with people, but I need to basically be like, it's fine.
Well, but like to have those days off right at the end of April only to request a bunch of days off in May.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, you and I both, you'll be taking more PTO hours than I will. Mine will just be shuffling of days, but I'll still have some vacation days. And
yeah,
it's
a whole thing.
It's a whole thing. So yeah, we'll talk about it next time.
Yeah, anyway.
So finishing 8th, Matheus Laced.
Which, dang,
good for him, man.
I know. Again, I did not realize how I missed it, but I'm with you. I was like, wait, what?
How the hell did that happen?
I know.
Am I taking crazy pills?
Well, I mean, I felt that way the whole race.
But this is now 4 races in a row that has had a strong finish by AJ Foyt Racing.
I don't know what's happening.
I don't know either. I did enjoy the AJ Foyt quote when they asked him if he was still going to race, and he was like, "What the hell else would I do?"
Yeah.
And then I love that he finished. He was like, and it's Larry's team too. Like,
it's Larry's decision.
Like he's like, "What the hell else would I do?" And he's like, "Well, and it's Larry's team too. Like, I'm not the only one making decisions."
He's
here.
like, "Whoa. Let me talk with the kid."
Oh, that made me chuckle. Yeah. Well, and it's Larry's team too.
I mean, it's fine.
Oh, but yeah, good on you, Matheus Laced.
Yeah.
It was a very happy Kurt that day.
It was a very happy Kurt that day.
Yep. The Kurt was very pleased.
The Kurt is pleased.
He needed that after the announcement about losing the sponsorship.
Yeah, I was 100% serious when I was like, I need somebody to lay eyes on the Kurt.
Right. Can I get a wellness check? Who's got his address?
Because I will call one in.
Yeah. And then
Why are you calling it in?
No.
ABC Supply is no longer sponsoring Foyt. Say no more. We will go check on him. Thank you.
Yeah, because they know.
They all
They
know.
all know the Kurt
They all know.
and his love of Foyt.
The Foyt.
The Foyt.
Mm-mm-mm.
The Foyt, the Kurt. Oh, all right. Well, finishing 7th after starting 18th,
Yeah.
Simon Pagenaud. I wanted him to do better, but considering how that race started, I'll take it.
I mean,
Hey, he finished.
He
in the
finished.
top 10.
finished in the top 10 after that spin. Yeah.
I'll take it. He actually did have a lot of good moves. It was a solid race for him. It was just started out so wonky.
Yeah. I think
That
that's half of it. You're like, I mean, it could have been better, but like, it got wonk.
Yeah, I mean, I had no doubt that he was going to be able to make moves, and he did. But
But
yeah. Oh well, going strong into Laguna.
yeah.
Double points.
And driving like his contract's on the line, which it was.
It was.
Starting 10th. Not a horrible starting. Finishing 6th. Spencer Peugeot.
Yep. Spigot.
Oh, poor kid. He is driving like that contract.
Or as those who love him sometimes call him, Spiglet.
I kind of enjoy that.
It's my favorite.
But
yeah, Spig. So yeah, finished 6th. Who was it that he tapped with?
Oh, I kept trying to see it on the replay, but I was watching on a different car. I can't remember.
Okay, there was, and I can't recall either, because I wasn't taking notes when I watched it.
I mean, again, I was not kidding when for the longest time, lap 14, it was just RHR into Harvey, and I just threw it away. And then I just wrote down like the tires and the battery and Marco.
Yeah.
That's it.
No, I at one point I was like, I should take notes, and I was like, no, I don't need to record my thoughts.
No. A lot of anger.
But yeah, he touched with somebody, and came over the radio, and they asked him how the car was handling, and
I can't remember who he touched.
Yeah, like.
Somebody will tell us on the internet.
Did he get off course for a little bit? I don't know.
I don't know.
Maybe that's what it was. Anyhow, bumped something, whether it's a car or curb or something. And so they asked him, how the car was, and he was like, he's like, it turns right just fine. It's a little wonky turning left, but it's cool. I can drive it.
It's cool.
Like, he's like, I can work with it. It's fine. And
please don't make me come in.
Did.
And he did, yeah.
And finished 6th. And I was like, that's all right, man.
Okay.
That's some badassery right there.
That is some badassery.
He's like, it's a little fuck turning left, but there's only 3 of those turns. Like, it's fine.
It's cool. I'll just make it for 3. The rest will be fine.
Yeah, like, I can manhandle it for 3 turns. And he was making moves.
He was.
He wasn't just out there coasting being like, yeah, we're in the top 10. No, he was consistently trying to get up on people, making moves, getting around people.
Mm-hmm.
I'm honestly surprised that he finished behind Joseph Newgarden.
Yeah.
Because he was out there hauling ass.
He really was. Yeah, and starting 13th, finishing 5th, Joseph Newgarden.
Yep.
Who had a target for some of the Andretti Autosport cars.
Yeah.
Marco was scrapping it with them. I don't know. It was just it wasn't a bad race for Joseph.
No. He also wasn't pushing it hard.
Yeah, he really wasn't, and I think that's smart though.
It is, because the last
couple of times he tries to push it hard, shit happens to him. So maybe we have learned not to do that when we're in a championship race.
Yeah, like maybe you don't. Maybe you don't. He's spun out on the last lap of 2 different races now.
Yeah.
And at the very last restart, because he was looking to get around her.
He was like, meh.
And then I love that they played his radio, and Tim Cindric is like, be smart.
Don't do it.
Be smart.
What Tim Cindric wanted to say was, listen here, you little shit.
Do not fuck this up.
Don't do this again. I can't handle it 3 times. You're going to be an internet meme, and I can't handle it.
Right? Like, nope.
No.
Nope, don't.
RP just cuts into that radio, because I feel like RP has that ability. Just don't do it. Click. Was that RP?
God?
Surprise.
RP
God sounds like RP, not Morgan Freeman.
You know what? I'd be satisfied with either.
I would too.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's okay.
Yeah.
God? No. It's Roger. It's the same.
If you're on Team Penske, one and the same.
If you're on Team Penske, let's be real, one is higher than the other. And we all know who was who.
Yeah, one is higher than the other.
Okay. I said it.
Yep. Yeah. And then starting first, finishing fourth, Colton Herta.
Not a bad showing. Not a bad showing.
Not his best finish of the year because he obviously won at COTA.
He
But
did obviously win at
it's
COTA.
it is his second best, isn't it? I don't believe he's podiumed since then. Or did he?
I
Did he
don't
podium
know.
once?
I don't know.
Other than COTA? I think this might be it. I don't know.
This might be it.
What's interesting is that, Ferrucci was leading in the rookie points.
Mm-hmm.
And it's just...
The rookie points tickle me.
They're fantastic. But I just never thought that we would have a Rookie of the Year championship that...
It's coming down to this last race.
Yeah, that might be won by a driver who has not... Like, it might... If Ferrucci wins, we've got a rookie who has won 2 poles and a race and might not win Rookie of the Year, which is just crazy.
Well, if you think about it, like, because right now, I think, Felix Rosenquist is ahead of Colton. And so he's finished now second in 2 races. So, like, coming down to Laguna, so Felix is 8th, Colton is 13th, and Ferrucci is 12th. Nope, Ferrucci is 10th, sorry.
Gotcha.
But, like, they are all right there, so...
They are neck and neck, and...
This is kind of cool.
It is, because it felt like Colton Herta was going to have it just, all
in the
tied up with a nice
we
little
all
bow.
Thought it was going to be, and I think it was
Road
America.
Second race of the year, he comes out and wins, and we're like, okay, get some.
Cool.
This is going to be our Rookie of the Year, and then...
I really do feel like it was Road America.
Yeah, because that's when we got to talk to Alan Doug. And that's where it started to go... it was Barber.
Barber's where but I mean, he had weird things, but just as far as the races that he finished, like Road America, remember, he started first, and then he did not finish first.
No.
And then he just... had those weird wonky luck, but I mean, I don't know. It's going to be exciting. Like last year, it did not come down to the last race. Like they had Rookie of the Year buttoned up way ahead.
Way ahead.
So.
But yeah, very interesting.
But good race. My mother was concerned about where he finished, so at the end of the race, she asked me, "And where did Colton finish?" I said, "Colton finished 4th." And she goes, "But he started on the pole." Yes, he did.
See, no congratulations, just judgment.
Just a lot of judgment, like, So if you need somebody to just mom guilt drivers.
Yeah, so some people have hype men. If you need the opposite of that.
Just like both of our mothers actually are available for that.
Oh, 100%.
Yeah, just.
Yeah,
Are you satisfied with that?
Yeah. No, I actually said to my mom one time that if I told her that I was engaged, it was years ago, I was like, if I told you that I was engaged to Prince Harry, you would say, I don't know how that's going to work because you're not going to have my grandbabies in another country.
Teresa?
I mean, honest to God, tell me your mother would say the same thing. 100%. I'm like, let's put it in perspective here.
You're like, whoa.
I'm like, I'm not saying I've dated all aces, but I am going to, like, let's call a spade here. Oh.
Yeah. Good race for him. Interesting.
It was a good race for him.
What kind of struck me was, I guess at one point, like they came over his radio, or somehow the Andretti camp spoke to their Hardy, and they were like, "Could Colton be a good teammate, please?"
Yes.
And I was like, "It's awkward, isn't it? Is that just awkward to anybody else but me?"
I mean, I feel like I would be a good teammate.
I mean,
only because you know that it hurt them to have to come over and grovel and be like, "Hey, would you mind not?" Because you have all the power in that, and you could totally be like, "Get fucked." But it's like they know that I have all the power, so I'm gonna go ahead and do it because it's the nice thing to do.
And he trying to be that fifth car on it.
Well, that's true.
So
and he's like, RHR, just open that door wide open because
apparently there's a spot on the 4th car for Andretti. I'm like, that's Colton was like, yeah, maybe I'll get Ryan's ride.
Yeah, he's like, oh no, let me show you how good of a teammate I can be.
Put me on with Michael. We're negotiating during this race.
Yeah. He's like, see turn 9. See what I didn't do.
See.
That's another 10 grand.
That
made me laugh.
The DHL car is looking mighty open right now. It just tickled me. I was like,
No, I thoroughly enjoyed that.
Can he be a good teammate?
Can he be a good teammate, please?
I don't think it was asked that way, but in my mind, that's how it was asked.
I feel like it was, hey,
Hey,
it'd be great if Colton could be
he
a
could
good
be
teammate here.
cool. Can you be cool, man?
Yeah.
Instead
Be
of be cool,
cool, Nigel.
it was be cool,
Oh,
Colton.
Nigel did not have to be cool.
Nigel unfortunately did not have to be
No.
cool. Oh God.
mm,
There was another group of people I was about ready to do like a welfare check on. Like, here are their
seriously.
names. I need people to check on them for me.
This is the bar that we were told some of them were watching the race at.
Please make sure they're okay. I'm
Yeah.
concerned.
Just make sure they're still upright. I'm sure they're still drinking. It's fine.
Yeah, I mean, if they're drinking, that's cool.
Yeah, they're
well,
fine. They're
That's what we all were doing
yeah,
at that point.
they're just drowning their sorrows. It's fine.
God.
But yeah. Well, finishing third,
Mm,
the highest finisher out of our championship contenders,
true.
starting seventh.
Sorry, there was a lot of
Alexander-
judgment in that one.
Yeah, there was.
It was a fine race.
It was. But yeah, Alexander Rossi. I expected him.
I mean, before the kerfluffles, I thought he would do better, but I can also see kind of that similar, like, you know what, we're third.
We're third. Like,
Let's not.
and I think all that mattered to him is that Newgarden and Padge were behind him.
Yeah,
Like, he's a happy camper. They started behind him, they finished behind him.
yeah. I mean, winning would have been nice, but you know what? It's fine. It's fine.
Frankly, he doesn't have the room on his shelf because he's saving it for the championship.
Exactly. He's like, I can't. I have to build a whole nother shelf for
Yeah,
this.
he's like, I've already got space marked out for the
Of course he
whatever,
does.
Astor
Yes.
Cup.
Yes.
Yeah.
Little duct tape lines. No, painter's tape. I'm sorry, painter's
Yeah,
tape.
painter's tape, 100%
100%
painter's tape.
because you don't want to ruin the paint.
And not just on the mantle, but like the height that it will go
Yeah,
as
like
well.
behind
because
it,
he's
just
now
boxed
got
out.
artwork behind.
Mhm,
Yeah.
mhm. Yeah.
I imagine it's been a whole thing.
I really do as well.
So you know what? It's cool.
It's
Like
fine.
he didn't have space for a bigger trophy.
He just only has space for one.
So yeah, finished third, podium finish.
Podium finish.
Not
Sorry,
too shabby.
not
But
too
yeah, I 100% agree that it's like he's like, hey, I'm in front of them. Let's not.
Like, you know what? This has been a wonky race. Let's not press the luck.
Well, and like, let's not give anybody else an opportunity to be stupid.
Yeah. I mean, I know he was trying and he did make some
He
moves.
did.
And he was trying. I think he was. If he could have gotten Rosenquist without making it like a thing, he probably would have. But at the same time, it's like, no, I will get you later.
Yeah.
Although I had to
I'll
laugh
see you in Monterey, motherfucker.
after he had that shit qualifying. Who was Rob Edwards was like, oh no, Alex is cranky, or like, and then they're like, a cranky Alex is a good Alex, and I was like, he's killing somebody tonight. Like I almost just texted you that video, being like, somebody needs to alert all of Portland.
Oh yeah. We haven't figured out his victimology yet, but
One of these days we will.
yeah. You know what? They've said that about him though many times, that like when he is angry, he drives extremely well.
Yeah. I mean, I understand it, not from driving, but like there's a moment where all of a sudden you reach that like weird clarity.
Yeah, where like you're just in the zone. You're
You're like,
so focused.
Screw everything else. This is happening.
Yeah, it's almost like that you're so angry that it like shuts out all of your other
Mhm.
thoughts, and you're just focused in, zeroed in.
Yep.
But yeah. And then starting fifth, finishing second, Felix Rosenquist.
I mean, good for him.
good for him.
Good for him. It's a solid finish, second place, nothing to sneeze at as a rookie.
Nope, not at all.
Had a good race.
He did have a
Had
good
a
race.
great race. He kept things clean. He kept moving.
He stayed in the front.
Yeah.
I mean, like, yeah, got around some cars, stayed in the front. I mean, kept it clean in the beginning of the race, which,
Which, yeah,
yeah,
that's saying enough right there.
yep, sure is.
And then winning, starting
Power.
second, finishing first, Willie P.
Willie P. Willie P had a great weekend.
It was a good weekend for him.
I mean, he qualified well.
Yep.
And yeah, well, and somebody had mentioned on the broadcast that, because Pocono was Will's first win this season, that maybe Will didn't feel like it was truly a win because it was a rain-shortened race, and so that this one like felt more like a real win.
I suppose I could see that.
And I'm like, I could see that because they red flagged it and then they called the race,
yeah.
which they should have. Like, I'm like, they should have just waved the red and the checker at the same time and just been
Just
done.
been like, we out.
Yeah. Because if it's a yellow and they finish under yellow, like they wave the yellow and the checker at the same time.
Yeah.
Like
Just-
y'all knew
just-
you weren't gonna
y'all
get the track
knew.
back.
Just boop boop. We out.
But yeah, it's like there was that. They're not looking at radar while they're driving the race, so they didn't know what the rest of us knew
I mean-
at that time.
They're not. But if we were drivers, we'd have that ability.
Oh, first off, anywhere that I can have the Weather Channel on,
I'm gonna listen.
I'm a listen. Like,
I mean,
it's my favorite. I am 100%
No, I'm there,
90
like-
years old with that. I love watching the Weather
the damn
Channel.
hurricane, and I'm just like, refreshing all of the
Yeah.
models.
If I had cable right now, it would be on the
I
big
know,
screen
it would
on
be.
mute while
We'd be
we were
watching
recording.
the hurricane. It's fine. I
Yeah.
mean, we are from the Midwest.
It's what we do.
It's what we do.
It's what we do.
Mm-hmm.
Which, yeah, I do want to say that's horrible what's
Oh
happening
my
in the Caribbean.
God.
Yeah, the
The
Bahamas
Bahamas are just getting.
hammered.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, the first videos and photos emerged in the last couple hours, and it's
insane.
devastating. I mean,
Yeah.
catastrophic.
Yeah, because it just parked there.
Yeah,
That's what really, like, all of a sudden it was like, it's not
yeah,
moving.
it was moving at 1 mile per hour.
Yeah, I didn't know things could move at 1 mile per hour.
Yeah, with wind speeds that fast.
Right, you're like, I feel like at some point.
Yeah.
Should
the centrifugal forces should. Yeah.
But no.
Nope. And so
I think it has started to pick up a little bit.
it has started to pick up a little
goodness.
bit. And it's gotten bigger. It's lowered in intensity, but it's gotten bigger and is now, moving towards the coast, the United States coast. But yeah, they estimate on like Albaco Island that 99% of the people are going to need aid.
God.
99%.
Just say 100.
Yeah.
Like,
I mean,
who's that 1% out there?
like there's one person in a house that,
who's
that
like,
miraculously is fine.
Well, my house is fine, but like, do you got clean water though, homie?
Right. So anyhow.
Yeah. That's oof.
So yeah, definitely. In a not cliched way,
I was
keeping
like,
them,
what are you gonna
I
do?
know, T's and P's.
But in a non-cliched,
in a
because
non-cliche way.
thing, and if you can donate. Usually there's calls for stuff. Make sure it's
a legitimate.
It's a legitimate one though. Like, don't worry, the legitimate ones do shit.
Yeah. But yeah.
Tina on Facebook is not helping. Just find like the real one.
Yeah. No. Don't just donate to a random GoFundMe.
No.
Or, yeah. Kickstarter. No.
Anyway.
But
this took a weird turn.
Yeah, sorry, but yeah, so this one felt like a real win for Will.
Yeah, I could see that. It was a
green
full thing.
and
It was like a big race. Yeah.
I'll tell you what's funny is that I thought there was going to be more movement with Rosenquist on that last restart since it was so close to the end.
I did too.
And so that's where I thought, Rossi was going to try and get another spot, just because he could. And I mean, Will didn't give anybody the chance.
Mm-mm.
Like that last restart, he just took off.
Yeah, I was like,
gone.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, almost 3 seconds between him and Rosenquist.
I know. He just went, bye, everybody. See you at the end.
Yeah.
We getting sandwiches.
Right?
God.
We're going streaking. You can bring your hat.
You can bring your hat. But
no.
God, it was just a crazy race.
It was a wild race, but it was a great race for Willpower.
Yes. Absolutely great race.
Great race for him. Great weekend for him.
Yeah, I was going to say great weekend. Okay.
A lot of emotions in that race.
Yeah. I'm glad we didn't record right after. I'm glad there was a couple of days because we can't. We can't. Mm-mm. It wouldn't end well.
Oh, well, I'm glad that Jack Harvey is racing at Laguna, so.
Yeah. Oh, and they should have next year, hopefully, apparently by Laguna. So we should have more to talk about between now and Laguna.
Oh, like what they're doing next year?
Yeah, what they're doing next year.
Fuck yes.
Yes.
Okay. What team would make you the most excited for them to partner with? What situation would be the absolute best?
I mean, somebody at one point floated Chip Ganassi Racing, and at that point I was like, I would cry for 20 minutes.
Oh my God, full on Ladywood.
Yeah, like just all so excited.
Also, I just feel like MSR would get along really well with everybody at Chip Ganassi Racing.
I do too, because like the other big team, of course, is Ray Hall, Letterman Lanigan, because they're both from Ohio, and I was like, I just don't feel like that would be a great alliance.
No.
It's just,
They just have very different vibes.
That's exactly it.
Whereas, Chip Ganassi Racing is just, they're there to win, but...
Like, they're not... I mean, Chip likes winners.
Chip likes winners.
But
he also is hilarious. Like,
Chip,
he's a fun guy.
But Chip also fun.
He is a very fun guy, and Michael Schenk is a very fun guy.
Especially if you give him a light beer.
Yep. He loves a good, cheap, light beer, and there's nothing to be... I respect that.
It was just still... I will laugh about that till the day we die, with him going, yeah, I'd like a light beer, and you and I both going, we don't have light.
We're like, hey,
beer.
You guys got a light beer down there?
We were like, and then all of a sudden I was like, hams! We've got hams, light!
Give the man a hams!
I was like, light beer?
I know. Well, I'm like, the only beer we have that isn't pink is PBR, and that's not, I mean, it's a cheap beer, but it's not a light beer.
Sorry, the only beer we have that's not pink. Damn it, we should have offered him a natty. It would have matched
It
Sure.
would have. I just
If there's just you can't just hand them in a pink
no.
beer.
I was like,
I don't know you well enough yet, sir.
yeah, like he
I'll
asked
get
for
to
a
know you.
light beer. I don't feel like that's gonna be what he wants.
No, he does not want a strawberry lemonade beer.
I mean,
So I would
not till
really
he tries it.
don't knock it till you try it. I would love to see them at Chip Ganassi Racing.
I would love that as well.
Yeah. I don't know. There's always been talk about them forging out on their own
Mm-hmm.
because there's been rumors about a second car for the 500. So I don't know.
Them going out on their own would be awesome.
Yeah.
There's been rumors about them possibly feeling, a second car for the 500, but possibly a second car at a few other races too.
Yeah. So
And let me just say that Meyershank Racing has no shortage of good drivers on their teams. Catherine Legg, Bia, Simona.
I mean, the list goes on and on.
On and on and on and on.
Yeah.
So yeah, that would make me super happy. I also thought Dale Coyne would be an interesting
It would be
technical partnership with them.
Yeah.
Because Dale Coyne has their shit dialed in this year.
They do. It's a lot better this year than it has been.
And
don't at me on that. I don't care.
Right.
I don't care.
And I've actually, I've never disliked their team, but I've really grown to enjoy Dale Coyne and that organization a lot more this year.
I agree. There's never been like a no, but it's like all of a sudden this year I'm like, they found something. It worked. I think it's not official, but like both Seabass and Ferrucci are coming back next year, so that's good.
Well, and like their PR people don't tend to leash their drivers very much.
They do allow them a lot of leeway.
Which, I think you just have to when you're working with Sebastian Bourdais because that man cannot be tamed.
No.
He's going to say what he wants to say regardless.
And like either you can try and stop him or you can just let it go and have less work.
Yeah, like
on the front end.
lead, follow, get out of the way. You can get out of the way.
Yeah.
So I feel like for that, because Meyershank Racing is a little more relaxed.
Yes.
I mean, not on the track, but off track. They're
hands-offish.
They're a very fun team. They're a little more relaxed. They they obviously let Jack very much be himself.
I mean, they all came to our campsite. So that just
they all came to our campsite and drank.
Droves of them. The driver did not drink.
The driver did not drink.
We offered.
We offered. He took some bottled water.
We're polite and we will offer because we're from the Midwest.
He did turn down alcohol though.
Just want to point that out there, just in case Dr. Billows is listening.
I think he was the only person from their group that turned down alcohol though.
I don't remember.
There might have been one other person that did not.
I don't remember.
And like at that moment, I was like, "Would you like something to drink? Would you?" And everybody's like, "Yeah." And I'm like, "I fucking love you guys."
You're like, "Yes, this is our
yes."
cave.
I'm like, "And here's the cooler. Feel free to help yourselves."
As guests, you can have whatever you want. Not you. Somebody who's not on the team. No.
Hey,
we said BYOC. Are you a guest? No.
Get out the cooler.
No cooler rules.
Cooler rules. They're a thing.
It's
Camp with me in a hot environment. You will learn about the cooler rules.
I respected the cooler rules.
Everybody did.
It made sense.
I mean, it does. It does. But yeah, I would just love for them to be with Chip Ganassi.
Oh my God.
Plus, techno partnership there would just be stellar because of all of just all the knowledge that Mike Hull has.
Yes.
To be able to share in that.
God, that's like downloading from like the mothership. Just like,
yes.
Can we plug a USB into that man at some point?
Seriously, can somebody download his brain?
I don't know how this happens,
AI
but
source? Yeah.
Science, go.
So that would be. I mean, I feel like MSR would be damn near unstoppable.
Well, apparently, from what I've been reading and seeing, it's not that Michael Shank is having to make calls. It's everybody calling him.
Which,
I mean,
it's a seller's market, Mike Shank.
Go.
Live it up.
So I will be interested to see.
Because, I mean, look at what they've done.
They've done great this year, so it really helps them.
I mean, and they have improved every year that they've been a part of INDYCAR.
Yes.
Like, they just keep getting better, adding more races, keep improving.
Just talking about this today to somebody at work.
Yeah, it's just...
They hate me when I do this, but it happens at work.
Right?
Don't ask.
But it's remarkable. It's truly impressive, even if you're not a big fan of their team.
You have to respect that.
Yeah,
though.
The growth that they have made is impressive. And the results that they've gotten.
Yeah.
They have shown quite a prowess this season.
There you go. I like it.
So yeah, I love that they've got people calling them.
Yes.
It's time. You've earned it. You've earned it, MSR. Feel good about that.
Crack you open a light beer or a Yingling Jack, RESBCT,
Yep.
and enjoy fielding the calls. So, okay.
And negotiate up. Never take the
Yeah.
first offer.
No.
You got people calling you. Leverage that shit.
Oh, hell yeah. Be like, hold on. I'm getting another call. Hello?
Like, well, this is what so-and-so offered me. Can you top that?
They don't know.
Right? They don't know.
They don't know.
That's my favorite part of a new job is negotiating with HR on my salary.
Mm.
Because I've learned that even though it may not be true at all, if I just negotiate with the attitude of, that's fine, I'll just get a job somewhere else.
It's my favorite position to negotiate from.
It is. I was like, well, here's my number. And they came back with a little bit lower. And I was like, no, I'm sorry. This wasn't a like, I throw out a number and you come back
You're
and
like,
we meet
no, no,
somewhere
no,
in
no,
the
no,
middle.
no.
I'm like, I'm trying to save you some time. Rather than the back and forth and this little dance,
This is the lowest I will go.
this is the number. And if you don't want to do it, that's fine. I'll just take another job.
It's fine. It's fine.
It has not failed yet.
It's a good position. They like, I got nothing to lose.
Yeah.
Even if you do, just negotiate from there, even if you have something to lose.
As long as they believe that you don't,
They don't know.
they gonna make the deal.
Mhm.
If you were marketable enough, they gonna make the deal,
Okay? It's going to happen, Captain. Just let it happen.
right? You and I have both done that in the last 2 years.
Like, no, I don't think. In fact, a year ago,
Yeah.
I was just thinking about a year ago today, I was in that position. I was like, nope.
No, I don't think so.
No, I don't think so. So, all right.
Oh,
Before this turns into job and salary negotiation and
yeah.
life lessons. So let's see. We should say that if you're an indie, it's when this will be dropping to BC39.
Yes. So this week at IMS, we've got the BC39 Wednesday and Thursday. Thursday has the feature race,
Yes.
and then all weekend it's Brickyard weekend. So there is Xfinity race, the
Yes.
NASCAR Cup Series,
Yep.
and then Florida Georgia Line, the Fan Fest,
I
all
don't
that
know
business.
any of. I know Nelly.
Yep. Florida
Nelly
Georgia
will be
Line,
there.
Nelly,
Other people.
some other people.
Somebody and somebody. Somebody. I don't know. Sean and
some white
Sean
people
and-
singing country music.
And Nelly.
And Nelly.
Nelly.
And Nelly.
That's just my favorite. I get it, because Nelly, Nelly throws up the country remixes, but
And I'm here for that.
I love it. Don't get me
And
wrong.
I enjoy Nelly.
I like me some Nelly, but there's always that moment where you're like,
Bold choice.
okay.
I enjoy it though.
No worries.
I like it. So yeah, so if you're in Indy, if you're close, come on out and check
Definitely
out the
go.
action.
It's a lot of fun.
It is a lot of fun, especially the BC39
Oh
dirt
my
track.
God. At the IMS, it's just like, it's what it should be.
Yeah, dirt track inside the big track. I mean, it's just awesome.
There's like a whole thing. I can't
is a whole
explain it.
thing.
It's like a whole feeling. Yeah.
It's very cool. Very, very cool. Well, if you because I don't think I did this last week.
You did not. I meant
didn't.
to say something.
I was listening to it and I'm like, oh, I don't think I ever did.
You didn't.
It's like, damn, we're
dun,
getting
dun,
sloppy.
dun.
Well, if you missed an episode, if you want to go back and catch up, you can find them all on our website, www.fastcarsfastgirls.com. It also has links to all of our social media. We are on Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, and YouTube. You can listen to our episodes directly from the website, but you can also click links to subscribe.
Yes.
We are available on the Google Play Store, the Apple Podcast app, and pretty much every podcast server known to man.
If not, let us know.
If not, let us know.
Yeah.
If there's a new one that we're not on, let us know. We will rectify that situation
Immediately.
But yeah, make sure that you subscribe, rate, review, all that good stuff, and share us with your friends and family. Hell, share us with your coworkers, share us with people you don't like. We don't care. Download's a download.
Just download on their phone. They don't need to know.
They don't even have to listen. We
No.
don't really care. Just,
I mean, I'd appreciate it if they'd listen.
I mean,
and
we'd prefer that.
leave
but,
a review, but
at the very least, subscribe and leave a review. Listening is optional. But again, you can have links to all that, www.fastcarsfastgirls.com.
Sounds good.
All right.
Wait.
Oh, and, okay, I've got a white flag. I won't say and. I'm going to save it for the white flag. You go
Okay.
ahead.
No, what's your white flag? That's what I was leading us into. Go
I know.
for it.
I was like, ooh, and you were like white flag. I'm like, yes, I should save that because I always forget to save something.
All right.
So my white flag is that we got tagged in a picture of a sticker
Oh.
from Toronto Motorsports this week, and I was like, that's awesome. So I liked it and retweeted it because I'm like, those guys are great. Like we
Right.
had a good time with Derek at Pocono, and I just thought he was being nice. Like, hey, we're just tagging you, and I was like, cool. Like
Cool.
this
Boop, boop,
sticker
boop.
is badass. Like, awesome, love it. Like retweet, boom. And then the retro, and there were a bunch of people tagged in it. And then the retro rebel responded, and she said, "I just realized that my logo is in this photo
Mhm.
or the sticker." And I was like, "Oh, maybe that's why you were tagged.
Both
Zoom
of
in."
us stared at it too, and we were both
Uh,
like, "Cool, that's awesome."
and then I was like, "Oh,
Oh.
yep, there's our sticker down at the bottom."
Oh.
So anyhow, thank you, Toronto Motorsports. That was super
That
cool.
was so cool. It was mind blowing. I've
Oh,
shown it to everybody. I was like, "Look," and like people who don't know are like, "Okay," and I'm like,
it's a big deal.
Shut up."
The text to explain to my mom and sister why it was so cool was, I mean, a novel. It was super long because I was like, because I'd explain what Toronto
Yeah,
Motorsports
it
is,
is
what
what the
they've
hinge
done,
tune is. Like it
why
was
it's a big
14 things.
deal.
I know.
Yeah. And then I was like, and here's the picture. And I'm sure that my mom just like skimmed and was like, oh, that's great.
That's great. Yeah, the mom response. Oh, good job.
That's awesome. But yeah, so that
Cool.
was very cool. So thank you, Toronto Motorsports.
That was really cool.
Very cool. And then Roger responded and said,
The
there
high
were,
fidelity.
oh my gosh, yes, which made me want to rewatch that movie.
I know. And then the man bun is what really killed me. Having
Oh,
spent time in Portland, I was like, "Oh, I know the PDX well. There it
oh,
is. Oh
all
boy,
of the man buns.
all of the man buns.
Like that can't even be a drinking game because
No,
you would
you will
just be
die.
falling down drunk.
Yeah. No.
Oh, but yeah, so that was cool. And I'll tell you what, that sticker, like, if you zoomed in, I mean, the detail on all
It
the
was
background.
super legit.
Yeah, like in the background, all these posters that are legit old school IndyCar
IndyCar stuff.
posters in
Yes.
miniature form.
Yes. It was so cool.
I mean, yeah.
Yeah, I'm blown away by that sort of like skill and talent because I
s-
don't have it.
Nope, certainly don't.
Nope. Not even a little bit.
Not at all.
No.
But I think it's super cool,
Yeah.
and I'm really excited that we were included on that.
I know.
Yeah,
Yay,
that was
we're
awesome.
cool.
It was awesome. Yeah.
Oh.
Which I got to mail their stickers out this week. I promise I'll do that.
Abby's fault. Abby's
Hey,
fault.
I accepted fault.
I know you did. I still wanted to respond that way.
I know. I was like, well, I saw that and I was like, I better respond because I know Molly will.
What the hell?
Molly would be like, well, Abby has the stickers and your address, so
So I'm out.
it's on her.
I'm out.
What's your white flag?
So I just want to point out that for my choices for Portland, all of them that I picked to place in the race did not, and the person that I picked to be first out was in the top 10.
Who'd you pick for first out?
Laced.
Oh.
First, RHR.
I did tell you not to pick RHR.
I know, but last time it was okay. Then Hinch and Harvey, and nope.
Ugh.
And then him.
Yeah, Harvey hurts.
Yeah, that one really hurt.
That hurts. I don't remember who I picked for first out.
Oh, wait, I can look. I have it right here. Ray Hall. Oh my god, you won!
Oh my god!
I was like, wait, I have them all here.
Wait, who else? Because I had
You did
Bourdais
Bourdais for first, Pagano 5, Harvey 10.
Damn.
But you got the elusive first out point.
Yes.
Dang.
You know what we didn't mention that I'm just going to touch on for just a minute?
What?
Ray Hall bitching on the internet
Oh my god. I
about,
can't.
like, he accepted fault for the crash, but then he bitched on the internet about how people are mean on Twitter.
Because he had to find something to bitch about.
Well, yes.
I'm surprised he's not bitched about podcasters who are mean to him.
Well, it's because he doesn't listen.
That's probably for the best.
Yeah, it is for the
I'm going
best.
to go ahead and just say, good idea.
But I do just want to say that I find it ironic that he was
Stop it.
so complaining about how mean people were this week, and yet he offered, he did not tweet anything in support of his teammate a couple weeks ago after
After
Pocono.
people were super meany to his teammate. Like, super, super mean.
Super. All right, I'm like, really?
Really?
Really? You got like
Really?
10% of what Sato got.
Mhm.
Get off the cross, Jesus. We need the wood.
Oh, and with that, let's wave the checkered flag.
Let's wave the checkered flag. You guys have a great week.
Oh, thanks for listening.